Hey yo, football fans, it's another great year. Fantasy football fiends, grab your beer. Giving you the best draft tips for all your picks. Starts and sits to the waiver wire fix. From my drafts galore to stats that's hardcore. Triple F does it all, have y'all screaming more. So sit back, relax, let the experts prevail. JT, Magnum, SiggyGunz never fail. What's up, Magnum Sports Network fans, along with NFL fans? This is JT Magnum along with SiggyGunz, and we're going to do some NFL mock drafting. We're going to do three episodes. We're going to do the first round, obviously first round only. It's going to be 1 through 10, and then we'll do 11 through 22 or 21, and then we'll do 22 through 32 in the last episode. But just take note, we know there's going to end up being trades, so we're going to pick for the teams outright that are on there by order now, but I just have this feeling there's going to be tons of trades. I think there's going to be lots of people trading up, trading down, a lot of players swapped, and so basically we're gonna do what we think, based on team needs and stuff like that. So let's start off with the first pick. The Tampa Bay Bucs are on the clock, and who do you think they pick? I mean, this is a no-brainer, probably.
I think there's no doubt the number one pick for Tampa Bay is going to be Jameis Winston, quarterback, FSU. They want a quarterback, and I mean the two quarterbacks that are up top. If you just think about coach and all that stuff, I think scheme-wise it's going to be Jameis Winston. Plus, it's Florida. They want to sell some tickets. Jameis Winston's the pick.
Yeah, definitely, most definitely. For mine as well, it's going to be Jameis Winston. He's obviously the best quarterback in the draft. Tampa Bay needs one. It's obvious. They've needed one for a while. So, yeah, moving on. The number 2 pick in the draft, the Tennessee Titans. This is one that I think is going to be traded away. But who do you got? Yes. Who do you have them selecting?
I think it's a safe pick either way if they trade it away or decide to keep it, which is going to be Marcus Mariota. I think there was some smoke and mirrors that they might take Fowler, Leonard Williams, stuff like that, but they're going to pick Mariota. If anything, for the intrigue factor that they can get a lot in a trade as well, or if not, they do need a QB still because, what's his name, Jake Locker retired, so it's a need, obviously.
Yeah, and I'm going the same way. I know they're saying that they, that they're fine. They also have Mettenberger.
Yeah,
I believe.
I mean, come on.
But like, come on, you can't pass up on a prospect like this. Marcus Mariota had a great combine, and I see them going with Marcus Mariota as well. You gotta, I mean, it's hard to pass up on quarterbacks that or not necessarily know, but just coming out of college, they're just good. And Marcus Mariota has the speed to run. He has the smarts to pass, and I think he's a great pick there for the Titans. Although I do think they're going to trade out of that spot, but we'll see what happens. But the number 3 pick goes to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Who do you have them selecting?
This can go either way, Leonard Williams or Dante Fowler. I think Fowler, everybody's starting to talk about him more, especially after the combine. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Dante Fowler, the linebacker from Florida. And again, a Florida pick, I think pieces their fan, and I think that they know that area more, so I think that's why they're going to go with who they trust.
Yeah, I'm going the same way, Dante Fowler, and I know Jacksonville actually really likes him. Like, they brought him in for visits. They've really, really, really had their eye on him, and being that he's Jacksonville, it's Florida Gators, and they that whole thing going on. I know that you don't have to worry about stuff like that, but that guy Fowler is a beast, great tackler, great getting to the quarterback. He's hard to stop. And Jacksonville needs that. Jacksonville needs a pass rush. They have some issues on defense, so we'll see what happens. Remember last year we were saying at the beginning of the year in fantasy football, if they're playing the Jaguars, put them on there, start them. So until towards the end of the year where they started to pick up a little bit, but yeah, they definitely need a pass rusher. So moving on to the 4th pick, the Oakland Raiders on the clock.
Oakland Raiders, I mean, this is a guy that was supposed to be the number 2 pick. We just talked about why we think he's going to fall, and I think it's going to be Leonard Williams, USC again. The Oakland obviously knows, the California schools more than some of these other players. I just think it's a perfect match, defensive tackle. So Leonard Williams, I think, is going to fall to the Raiders.
Yep, I have the Raiders also selecting Leonard Williams. For a while, I thought they might pick a wide receiver, but I think they're probably comfortable with the receivers they have, and they just signed Michael Crabtree. So they have some speedsters on the outside, and they have Crabtree for a possession wide receiver. So I don't think, at first I had them selecting Amari Cooper or maybe Kevin White, but I don't think they're necessarily going to go after them now. I think Leonard Williams is the best bet, and they need a defense. The Raiders need to stop the run, and that's where they've had their hard time is stopping the run. And so Leonard Williams brings that instant run-stopping ability and instant, pass rush ability as well, and he can play every down. So definitely Leonard Williams there. Number 5 pick goes to the Redskins. They're on the clock. Who you got?
This is where it gets pretty interesting. You can start throwing, darts at the dartboard here. I went with Vic Beasley. I think if anything, they want to pick a pick that they can maybe trade out, and Beasley's name has been the popular one. So I'm going to go with Vic Beasley out of Clemson.
I also went with Vic Beasley's because they lost Brian Orakpo in free agency, and the Redskins need another outside linebacker to get to the quarterback, and Vic Beasley's the guy. So, that's pretty much a no-brainer there for me. There was a chance to where I thought they might draft Gregory, but now that Gregory's stock has fallen, he's got some issues with the law. Obviously, I think he's going to drop further down, so now Vic Beasley comes flying up into that mix. So, number 6, your Jets. They're on the clock. Who you got?
My Jets, they shored up the defense. I don't think they're going to go defense right now. They got, Revis. They're going to go ahead and make a splash. Amari Cooper is the guy. If he falls to them, I don't think the Jets are going to pass on him. They're going to have Brandon Marshall, Eric Decker, and then have Amari Cooper be the future. I think that's going to be pretty good for Jets and Jets fans alike. If they do pick him, I hope that this is the pick.
I also thought they would pick Amari Cooper, but I do not have them selecting Amari Cooper. I actually think the Jets are still going to go defense. I think they're going to pick up Bud Dupree, the defensive end outside linebacker, because they do play a 3-4, I believe. Put him at the 3-4 spot, outside linebacker out of Kentucky. The guy is just a beast. He was a beast at the combine. He's 270 pounds, ran a 4.56. Dude just gets to the quarterback. He's another guy that just can be awesome off the line for him. Kind of like what Calvin Pace did for them a few years ago, just faster. So I like this kid Bud Dupree. I think he definitely skyrocketed up the charts, and I think the Jets like him as well.
I don't know if the Jets are going to be able to pass on Cooper's name, though.
All right, number 7 pick goes to the Bears. They're on the clock. Who do you got for the Bears?
I have them picking that nose tackle. I can't really say his name. Was it Danny
Danny.
The guy from Washington.
Danny Shelton?
Danny Shelton. There you go. I was thinking of Brandon Sheriff. My bad. It was Danny Shelton, the nose tackle out of Washington. Chicago needs a lot of help on defense. We saw last year the defense was falling apart, so I got a feeling they're going to be going with the best available, and he's the best name available.
Yeah, and for me, for the Bears, they lost Brandon Marshall, obviously. They need some wide receiver help. I have them picking the first wide receiver off the board, and that's Kevin White. I know Amari Cooper, I think, is better than Kevin White. Kevin White just had that outstanding combine, just basically caught every ball thrown his way. He showed that blazing speed. He's tall at 6'3", and I think the Bears love those tall, fast wide receivers, and I think they're going to go with Kevin White there at that pick. So the Falcons are on the clock now, number 8. Who do you think the Falcons like?
Shane Ray. I think it's a no-brainer. Out of Mizzou. They need help on defense also, and I just see that happening. I think his name has been up there a lot. I would be surprised if he falls even to them, but if he does, I think Shane Ray would be the guy.
Yeah, I also have Shane Ray for the Falcons. Like I said, it probably would have been Vic Beasley had Gregory been taken by the Redskins earlier, but I think with Randy Gregory dropping down, that opens it up now for Shane Ray to get selected, and he's another guy. He set record. I think he set the record in Missouri for quarterback sacks, or for sacks, and beat his own father's record actually. Funny thing. But I like Shane Ray there, and the Falcons need a pass rusher. So the Giants are in at number 9. Who do you think the Giants select?
Giants can. They could really go anywhere. I think though Now that you have Odell Beckham be, a clear number one, and then you have Victor Cruz coming back, I think they're going to want to protect, Eli Manning more. So I'm going to go with an offense tackle. That's where I go with Brandon Scherf. That's the guy that I was trying to say earlier out of
Brandon
Iowa.
Scherf,
I think the Giants go with him.
Yeah, I like the Giants getting an offensive lineman too to protect Manning, but I think here they shore up some of the defense. I think they're going to go defensive tackle, and this is where I think they're going to take Janny Shelton, the defensive tackle out of Washington. And I think they're going to try to shore up that, because, you got Dallas running the ball, then you got the Eagles running the ball with DeMarco Murray. They're going to need people to stop. They got the Redskins running the ball with, why can't I even remember his name right now? The Redskins running the ball. Everybody in that NFC East runs the ball well and passes, so they're going to need somebody to shore up that defensive line, and Danny Shelton's that boy. So number 10 now, rounding out the top 10, I almost said Los Angeles Rams, the St. Louis Rams. They might be Los Angeles soon, right? Actually, yeah. St. Louis Rams picking at number 10. Who do you think they pick?
They need defensive help also. The best cornerback out there, Trey Waynes, out of Michigan State. I think it's a no-brainer pick, in my opinion.
Yeah, I also have him. I actually don't have him as my number one cornerback, but that's another episode for a different show. But Trey Waynes is definitely the pick there. He ran, like I said, he had a great combine. He's another tall Michigan State, and he's a good press corner, and he's another guy that just blazed it on the 40. People love those 40 times, especially, when they think they have to trail receivers and things like that. So, yeah, I have the Rams picking him as well. So that rounds out the top 10. We'll come back tomorrow or whenever we put the video out this week for number 2. And let us know in the comment section who your top 10 picks are for the teams that we just listed. Obviously, we'll definitely compare them, and when the draft comes, it'll be fun to compare notes and see who did well, who did better, and stuff like that. But like I said, this doesn't count for the trades. We definitely know, we just know there's going to be trades. There's always trades now, it seems like, every draft. So it used to be teams stay put, but now it just seems like there's trades all the time. So we'll see what happens. But, yeah, definitely these are our first top 10 picks. We'll do 11 through 21 on the next episode, all right? So for Fantasy Football Fiends, JT Magnum, SiggyGunz, we out. Peace, y'all.